Oh my God. Hello, everybody. We'll be starting in one moment. We have had a little bit of a different type of live tonight. Janelle, who is our co-host and speaker. Hello. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, Janelle, who is our board member and co-host, and usually here. Again, we're having technical issues. So she's going to be by phone tonight. So, Janelle, are you there?
Yep, I'm here.
Are you watching it as...
Yep, I'm coming in now.
Okay. So, tonight we have kind of a heavy subject as we go into some of these. And a story that was recently very active in the media. But we'll get there in one moment. Just to let everybody know, I'm Michelle, and I am co-founder and co-director of the Doodle Den Foundation. We help those who are in the rehabilitative stage of their recovery after a significant injury or illness. And we can help in any you may need, which would be something, like if you needed a ramp or co-pays, or there's so many different things. Whatever you would need to be able to come home. And sometimes that is a ramp on your door, or, working with training to make your home handicapped accessible. We also work with helping with co-pays of insurance and medication. We have pretty much anything that you would need during that time. We are a foundation that helps get people out of the nursing homes and back into their own home. Bottom line, you always heal better. I can vouch for this. I broke my neck in 2018, and then in 2020 was in a car accident. Hold on one moment. Sure. Okay. Sorry about that. So we have a couple of things going on that we are going to share as we go on. Janelle is going to give her point of view, and you can hear Janelle. Janelle?
I'm here, Sal.
Okay.
I'm here.
Okay. If this is something that you would like to help, sorry, you can make donations at I'm not right in here. www.thedoodledenfoundation .org, and we accept PayPal and Venmo. If you cannot or you don't either of those, please feel free to email us. Right on our website, it says contact us, and we will be more than happy to assist you. We also help. One of the other programs that we have going on is our service animal program that we are just in the beginning of starting. We have our two mamas, Moxie and Hopper, which have been on, and they are insane. We have one that can jump higher and further than I think I've ever seen anything do. And they are very funny. They are very much love bugs. We have videos coming up of them. So just for our happy little thoughts of the day, this afternoon, right before I came on, Ray came over and gave me a rose. It was from a rose bush that he bought me last year.
Aww.
And generally, they don't live, but this one did, and this is my rose that I got. I love it. And he said there were more buds on there, so I'm super excited. We also,
Aww, how sweet.
wasn't that nice? We also have merchandise available, and that line will be growing as well, where all proceeds go to the Doodle Foundation. You can also help by donating. If you have gently used medical equipment such as toilet seat extenders, bathtub shower, benches, portable ramps, anything that wheelchairs, walkers, whatever it may be, please throw us out an email because we definitely can use them and make sure they go to somebody that really needs the help. Also, something that a lot of people don't think of, crutches as well. We help anybody regardless of age or income. There seems to be a divide where people either make too much or not enough, yet they can't afford what they need in the middle.
Exactly.
So we want to be that safety net. We also have a campground that we are in the works of getting stabilized and done, where there'll be a cabin where once a month we will have somebody come out, and we'll pick somebody and come out and do a week's vacation where they don't have to pay, just to get away from the noise and all the hubbub. My mind is, guys, I am sorry.
I'm so excited for that.
I am too. I am very excited. I'm also excited for the service dog program that we're doing, where we'll give 1 to 2 pups in the beginning. Hopefully, we'll be able to do the entire litter to somebody that needs a service animal and cannot afford one. Because
I love it.
They can go anywhere from $40,000 to $80,000, which is insane. So that's who we are. We have a board. We're made up. We are a 501(c) nonprofit. So anything that you donate is 100% tax deductible, as well as if you say, I'd love to help, but you still can. If you share our videos and help us get the word out that we are here and we are something that is nowhere else in the country, then share our videos. That is a way that you can help, and you can really help us by letting people know that need our help. The last way you can help is by shopping at denllc.com, and 10% of all sales will go to the Doodle Den Foundation. That is the sister to it, even though it was actually founded before the foundation. So, okay. Tonight I wanted to talk a little bit about the statistics and some of the stuff that I read, some of the stories that out. Janelle, I'm sure you have some information that and some ideas as well. And here's the other problem that we're seeing. Across the country right now, after nursing homes and rehabilitations are closing down all over the country because of they can't recover after COVID. So now question is going to be to everybody out there, what happens to that group of people that they would send? Do they just leave? Because it makes no sense. Like, they're well enough to leave the hospital, but still need assistance. Oh, yeah. Very quickly, another way that you can help us is if you are in the state of Maine, we need volunteers. If you want to volunteer, that'd be awesome. Shoot us out an email, and I or Janelle or Ray, one of us will get back to you as soon as we possibly can. So as I was saying, there's now this group of people that they've been sending for their rehabilitation, which is basically their physical therapy for 45 minutes a day, 5 days a week. Okay, so now that's gone. And you have a group of people that don't have a home where they can maybe get into it, like with easy access or whatever the case may be. So what happens at that point? Because not only are we seeing nursing homes going under, there's a lot of hospitals going out as well. If you look at Boston right now, Governor Healy is acquiring hospitals because they've gone bankrupt. So now they're not going to want to keep people that, and then you have the whole insurance issue. Insurance is saying that you need to leave or you've been there long enough for whatever reason, and you need to go to a quote-unquote rehabilitation. Okay, what if there isn't one? How long can they hold in a hospital, and how long is that hospital going to be willing to be able to hold you if they have, because the hospital closes, there's a community of people that now have to find a new hospital. So now that hospital is running at double capacity.
Correct.
Which is part of the statistics. The main issue that they believe for the cause of injury is staffing shortages. Okay, well, I have a couple of things to say about this. If you had the opportunity to either go to Burger King and get $25 an hour to flip a burger, not saying there's anything wrong with it. Hey, more I give you props. I mean, if I could, I
You're
would.
working hard. That's all.
That's all right. Exactly. I don't care what you're doing. The point is that, okay, you can work at Burger King, or you go and literally have to change adult diapers for $15 an hour. Which one are you going to choose? Let that sink in. $15 to $20 an hour to change diapers and deal with some people. I'm not going to lie, I was miserable while I was there. But that, what would you rather do? I mean, really. I know, and
I mean, yeah, really, if you're gonna make more money doing something else, then
and for a job that's
what you're gonna
much less responsibility and much less
Yep.
like you're like that you can get hurt, that risk for you, because there are patients that will attack. And I seen an elderly lady trying while I was in the nursing home. The lady next to me wasn't very nice. And the CNA asked her if she wanted anything, and she went and grabbed her and choked her. It was like you would take a day like that, literally changing their diapers. Now, this person may have just tried to choke you, and dealing with like basically people's lives, having to lift them and move, and like that's a lot of responsibility.
It is. It's a lot of work, a lot of responsibility, a lot of patience.
Exactly. Which is why, according to the World Health Organization, 1 in 3 people in a nursing home are abused. That's a lot. Most the cause of abuse is neglect and emotional abuse, where the staff is just they're not very nice a lot of times. Not all of them. Some of them are amazing.
Correct. And I do want to shout out to all the people that do work in nursing homes that are great, and they do their best, and they really put their heart into it. I do have a lot of respect for them.
Exactly. Me as well. But to have, if you had to deal with that versus going and flipping a burger, well, what are you going to choose?
And you know what it is, Michelle? It's everywhere. It's like, I don't know what this generation is, but none of them want to work.
Everybody wants to start off as a CEO.
Correct.
And you can't do that.
They're falling out. They're showing up late. You know, they don't want to work.
No.
It's a problem everywhere.
It really is. But it's hit the nursing homes the hardest, because, and the hospitals, because they can only pay as much as they can because they're trying not to go under. So then they have to cut staff. But then the staff that they do have, and this was a problem that I personally ran into when I was in the nursing home, was, and I had some great people. Don't get me wrong. However, we had a language barrier issue.
Right.
And they could not understand a word I was saying. And I was in Rhode Island. And it seemed to be that most or a lot of CNAs in the nursing homes were people that had come over here from another country, got their citizenship, and was, doing an amazing thing. Now,
Yeah.
this isn't to say, I mean, I had times where neglected and abused emotionally are understatements.
Yeah.
What I went through, I wouldn't wish on my worst enemy. And that's the whole reason for this foundation. And, I do, in the last couple of weeks, we've had a couple of issues. I do want to say this one thing. If you are not here, activity for something positive, please do not watch. Do not bother. We had somebody who put their own video up and it was just a mess. And yeah, if you're not here for support or to add something, or you are listening to maybe you're not the only person, then awesome. But if you're here for any other reason, thank you so much for watching, but you don't have to help out.
Correct.
So
we just want to help. We have something new. We have something exciting that we want to share, and we only want to be positive about it.
Exactly. And
so no over here. Okay.
Exactly.
Keep scrolling if you have.
We're not the place for you.
We just want the best.
Exactly. And oh my word, I'm not even going to get into, so hopefully, cross my fingers, never happens again. So
I do want.
Go ahead, hon.
So what I've been thinking on my mind, when I was just talking about, how these kids, they don't want to work these days, and it just, there's a lot going on in the world right now, but it's all proving to me that things change, right, Michelle?
Absolutely.
Nothing change. Things change. Things evolve, right?
Exactly.
So in this day and age, maybe nursing homes are not the safest choice.
Exactly.
And that's what it is. Maybe now there's something better. And that's what we're trying to create at the Doodle Den.
Exactly.
We are trying to and start something new, start something fresh.
Exactly.
So,
Janelle, that
I think that's what I get from it.
Was perfectly stated. Thank you.
Yeah.
That's exactly it. At one time, maybe, but at this point in time, it may not be the safest choice. The second most second highest abuse is falls. Now, falls can happen in a nursing home in various ways. And please, you know what? You also have to understand a lot of for-profit nursing homes are just that. for profit. And incident reports are supposed to be done with every fall, with every accident, with every whatever happened. There is supposed to be an incident report. Does that always happen? No. Unfortunately, it doesn't. So whatever numbers are there, it's actually higher if you think about it. These are the ones that they cannot hide.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying by any means that all of them are like that. There are some decent ones, but the ones that I have been in and the ones that I've seen definitely don't give you what you need in order to thrive. No matter what, you're always more comfortable at home. You're more relaxed. But with the failing of the nursing homes and that type of thing, where are these people going to go when there is no place?
Yeah.
And that's where we come in. And that is why, because this is going to be a growing trend. You're going to see more and more and more go out of business because many of them are barely holding on. So within 5 years, we are hoping to have a chapter in every state in New England. 10 years, we're hoping to be moving throughout the rest of the U.S. We can only make that possible with your help by visiting www.thedoodledenfoundation.org. And, even if every person even donated $1 last week, this video, I'm extremely excited to tell this was over 5,000 views. Over 5,000 views.
Wow.
So that was pretty cool. And that lets me know that, it is getting out there.
It is.
We are going to eventually be the net that's catching everybody that would have gone to nursing home because they couldn't have gotten into their home. They had stairs, or they needed. Eventually, we would also like to get, be able to have CNA nurses or whatever, where people can come into the home and help take care of them. We do have currently right now in Maine, I know we do have resources that we can give people where they actually do that. So if anybody is watching, you're in the state of Maine, give us an email and I will help you in any way that I can, as well as giving you additional resources, because we do network with a few other agencies to make sure that we can provide. That's the other thing with being able to grow. Say somebody here needed a wheelchair and we didn't have any. So make a call. Somebody in, say, New Hampshire, our chapter there has one. Okay, so then we just Get it from that chapter. It will give us more ability to access of, help me here, Janelle. I can't words. To get what they need. Sorry, as everybody knows, I have a little bit of problem sometimes with words. And so it's this, we're hoping, is going to be the safety net, because the falls, as I was saying, can happen in a few different ways. And believe me, I've seen them happen, a couple of them. They can drop you. That is considered a fall, even though they dropped you. You did not physically fall. You can try and get out of bed because of lack of assistance, and that actually goes along with a story that's recently been in the media that I wanted to share. There was a gentleman that was in a rehabilitation nursing home, and he needed to use the restroom, but he was a fall risk. And he hit the button for the nurse's station to let them know that he needed assistance. He waited for well over an hour.
Oh my gosh.
He then tried to get up himself. He fell, broke his hip, and still tried to crawl to the restroom.
I hear stories like that, and I really do feel so bad for this person.
Exactly.
That's not right. That is so sad.
Don't have any kind of story nearly as bad as that, thank goodness. But I can tell you that they do ignore the buzzers. Absolutely 100%. To the point where when I was at a nursing home in East Providence, they would ignore my buzzer. I would actually call the nursing home and be transferred to the nurse's station on floor 1. And they would answer the phone. And I would turn around and tell them, I've had my buzzer on for over an hour. My meds were due 2 hours ago.
Wow.
And, oh, well, yeah, you don't have to keep pushing the button. We see it. Well, how do you, unless they shut it off, how did they see it? Because it stays lit up. So how would they know? Unless they seen it, me with continuously. It was, yeah. So going forward, so okay, falls can mean falling out of bed because they forget to put the rails up. Falling can mean there are, unfortunately, many injuries that are reported where people sadly pass away or end up worse off when they entered the facility. So it's kind of interesting because I was looking at and the next one, the third one, is physical abuse. And where they will actually smack a patient, grab a patient. I've had a nurse grab me and then say, well, you can't feel it anyway. What does it matter?
Wow.
And it was because, they don't communicate between shifts at all. They say that they do. No, that would be a negative. It was really,
Well, that's important.
yeah, it's an extremely important thing. And nope, that ain't gonna happen. And you better hope your meds aren't due during shift change, because if you do, you're going 2.5 hours late.
Wow.
Oh yeah, it was not. Yeah. Now, I was a victim of neglect. 4 months in one facility, 2 showers the entire time I was there. Then would leave me in urine all day. But they would come down and wash me down in the morning. I ended up staph infection, incision. Go figure, who knew that would happen? So
Abuse.
I can see it. The last one, and the one that's probably, I would say, most underreported, because you got to remember, some people that are in that rehabilitation or in a nursing home are learning how to speak again if they've had a major head injury or a stroke or something to that effect. They can't articulate that something's going wrong. And the last one is sexual abuse. No, that in itself is scary. And you wonder how reported it actually is, because the person in rehabilitation who's just been violated, it would be the same as if somebody had been attacked outside. They may feel embarrassment. They may feel it's their fault because they can't talk. They may feel there's a million excuses, and also what is really high in nursing homes is theft, which is not surprising. I had a couple of things missing. And they did a couple of very spiteful things, but we'll leave it at that. So we have the statistics that, okay, yes, does it help some people? Absolutely. If they are lucky enough to get into the right facility. And unfortunately, a lot of them are leaving. A lot of the nonprofit, or like the ones that churches, private nursing homes, a lot of them are shutting down because they can't, with the inflation and the wages and trying to take care.
Yeah.
And after COVID, so they're getting bought out more and more by private people. Now,
Mhm.
most of these places that are buying them, or that are already the for-profits, they don't have an office, say, in your state. One of the nursing homes that I was at, actually, the doctor would come in on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Other than that, he would be in Connecticut. I was in Rhode Island. There was no doctor on duty Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Saturday, Sunday.
Wow.
And there was only one RN. And that was both nursing homes that I was at only had one RN for the entire wing. And that was giving out medications. That was if something had to be cleaned out. That was if one RN, one LPN, and then probably like 15 CNAs. So
Right.
CNAs are doing more and more and more like what an LPN would do in some instances. So, and the RNs are only there to give basically now medication. They just keep walking doing medication unless there's an issue. And then if there's an issue, they call 911. But you're also not allowed to have your own personal doctor. You have to have the doctor of the nursing home who's never met you before, has no idea your history or why you're even there. And they override. Like, I had a neurosurgeon, and a man, Dr. Bowtie, he was retired. That was his gig after retirement. He was like 120, and he was the entire doctor for 4 different floors. And if my neurosurgeon, if they would take me from the nursing home and transport me to the doctor and then transport me back, and say the neurosurgeon said they're changing this medication to this, or they want this, this, and this. If the doctor of the nursing home, which you never know what kind of doctor it is who says yes or no. And they can actually outrank a surgeon that just operated on you. How is that possible? That's a recipe for disaster.
Yeah, I'd say.
And it is. And believe me, that was one of the issues that I went through. You know, a lot of people don't realize. Watch the news for 1 week, and I guarantee you, like, scroll through or even look it up and see how many places are closing. It is at a record pace. So here's the thing. This is, as Janelle stated earlier perfectly, this is exactly why we are here. And the emotional, physical, all of it is not something that they would have worry about with us. We are here directly to help you get home in your comfort zone. Now, that's not to say, because in my personal belief, and Janelle, maybe you can tell me on yours, in my personal belief, some people are released from the hospital way too early to go to a nursing home.
So I have some good information. I'll read it. So this is an AI overview. It says, as of January 2024, 188 nursing homes closed in the United States during the year 2023. This is of a larger trend of nursing home closures that has been happening since 2015, when the number of certified skilled nursing facilities began to decline by 4%. Some experts believe that up to half of nursing homes could close in the next 5 to 10 years.
So there you have it. So that's going to leave the Doodle Den Foundation to come in and help get people home.
And this is what it says, Michelle. Literally, this is AI. Closures can have a devastating impact on residents, their families, and staff. When a nursing home closes, vulnerable seniors are often uprooted from their communities and forced to find new care options.
So,
which is exactly what we're here for.
Exactly. And it's kind of funny. I think it's a little bit of a coincidence, Janelle. Think about it. With it, we have the goal of having a chapter in New England in 5 years. Every state in New England to have a chapter of the Doodle Den Foundation in 5 years. Within 10 years, we want to be going throughout the country. And you just read, and you are in a whole other state right now, and you literally just said within 5 to 10 years, within 5. So I ask for you all to think about being part of the Doodle Den family. Any way you help, share, whatever, because the more help we receive, the more help we can give out. The faster we can grow, the faster we can fill in that and start getting people out of nursing homes and get them where they're comfortable, where they know things, where their belongings are around them, instead of a stiff hospital room, kind of. So, that's something that is definitely interesting. Janelle, can you share that or to our Facebook page?
Yeah, I can.
So think about that. Thank you. That's insane. And it was skilled nursing homes, and the skilled nursing homes, if it says skilled nursing home, considered a rehabilitation. And they're saying within 5 to 10 years, more than half of them are going to be gone. Well, the hospitals now just send people to the skilled nursing homes. But if there's not a skilled nursing home, most hospitals also are for profit. What are they going to do? Where are you going to go? What are you going to do? And you may be
Mhm.
thinking right now, like, how does this affect me? I will tell you, at any age, your life can change in the matter of a split second, literally. I know my life changed, not once, but twice. I know Janelle, when
Right.
she was 16. It can happen to anybody at any time. I am sorry. I always thought I was invincible. Nope. Come to find out, so not. I am definitely breakable. It was a lesson I didn't need to know, and it was all over making coffee. And then I got up and started walking again, and somebody decided brakes were a luxury item on a vehicle and crashed a car that I was a passenger in. No, yes, I was a passenger. And yeah, but I will get up. I keep my determination up. And as our community grows, we're also here for a place of support. Please jump in. If you have a story you want to share, we would love to have you on with us. If you have something that, you want to correct us on, I will always take constructive criticism so long as it is not disrespectful. So, but I mean, Janelle just literally read to you, and that's why a lot of these, I think, statistics, and more than, I think, what did it say? 64% of people go to a skilled nursing facility before they go home right now.
Yep.
Where are what's going to happen?
Right.
So
that's what we want to come.
Exactly. And we will always be nonprofit, but we will be an industry leader. And in a way, pioneer. I just didn't know I did it at the exact right time. I usually don't have that kind of luck. So, that's a little bit, it's very somber. Did I hear that? And to know, like, I mean, there are states all over the country passing bills. I think Rhode Island just passed one that they're allowed to put a camera in if they have a loved one's room. But I mean, even at that, think about it. If you have there goes your privacy. Like, say I was in the nursing home and my family had a camera on me and they went to go check on me and I'm in the middle of being changed or whatever have you. That takes just a little bit more of your dignity away. We want to build that up. We want to build that dignity, your pride. Let me tell you, you can get through anything. The other thing that we're working is trying to get together, because we've said spirit, physical. One of the things the Doodle Den wants to do that neither I have seen, profit or non-profit nursing home, provide, is the psychological end of it. They have a social worker, but that's for placement. I don't know what she ever did. But we would like to get some therapists that are that would either need have pro bono, or even if graduate students, whatever, because it's traumatic when you go through something like that. And you really do have to process it, because your entire life is now different. Everything you knew is gone. And to try and do it on your own is pretty much impossible. You can say, oh, nope, I've blocked it out. But I will tell you, eventually you will start triggering. And it's not a good place to be. I'm speaking from experience. So that's pretty much wrapping up tonight. Janelle, do you have anything to add?
No, I think we had a great conversation.
I think we did too. I think, we learned a little bit. So I hope all of you did as well. And we will be working diligently to get more merch set up, more videos, and yes, we will do Monday's Moments next week. Again, actually on Monday. Janelle is our co-host. We'll actually hopefully be here where we can see her instead of just hearing her. But
yes,
because I love her beautiful face. So we hope that everybody out there just takes a minute and think about this, because it could be them or it could be a loved one. If you're watching this video, we ask you to share it. That's one of the best things that you can do, is to share it and get it out there and become part of our community. Let us know you're here. So until next,
we have one.
I'm sorry?
I said we do want to hear from you, and in the comments,
Absolutely.
you should answer the question, what's one act of kindness you've witnessed this week?
That's a good, in the comments section, one act of kindness that you have done this week. Let's see what it is. You can write it right in the comments and we will be able to check it out. So that brings us to the end of this week's Monday Moments. We hope you all have a marvelous week and good,
Fabulous.
yes, positive energy, positive vibes. Keep that mindset up. And we ask you to join the Doodle Den Foundation community. And let's head this off before it comes quicker than we can. Thank you guys. Have a great night. And we will talk to you next week.